Hi, my name is Coach Alexis. I am the rhythmic coach at the Wendy Hilliard Gymnastics Foundation. Our staff here at the foundation wants to make sure that while you are staying safe and practicing social distancing, that you're also staying active. So if you're interested in practicing some gymnastic skills at home, keep on watching.
To start, we're working on the very basics of presentation. So as you can see, I'm stepping forwards with my right foot and stepping backwards and putting my feet together. So again, I step forwards, put my feet together, and step back, put my feet together. I'm now going to add my arm. So as you can see, I step forwards with my right foot, put my feet together, and step back and put my feet back together. You want to repeat this a total of 3 times. In addition to practicing our presentation, this week we're adding our name. So once you step forward and put your arm up, you're going to say your name very loudly. So as you can see in the video, when I step forwards, I say Alexis. Here's a backwards view so that you can practice it along with me. We're next going to hit our X position. So as you can see, my body is in the shape of an X. After, we're going to hit our I position. So you want your feet together and your arms by your side. So as you can see, both positions make your jumping jacks. So you should repeat this 10 times. Now we're going to move to the floor and sit into our pike position. We're going to practice pointing and flexing our feet. Now when you flex your feet, you want to think of stretching your feet to the ceiling. So you want your toes to face the ceiling. When you're pointing your toes, you want to push your toes towards the floor. Now we want to avoid just scrunching our toes because we're not just pointing our toes, we're pointing our whole foot. And the same thing with the flex. You want to avoid just flexing with your toes. Make sure that your whole foot is involved. Next, we're going to open up and hit our straddle position. Make sure that your arms are nice and to the side and that your chin is up and your neck is long. If your knees happen to bend, that may mean that your straddle is too wide, so just close your legs a little bit. Now we're going to lift our left arm and wrap our right arm around our torso and stretch to the side. For this exercise, make sure that you're not facing your knee. You want both of your shoulders to be facing forwards. After, we're going to repeat to the left side. Another common mistake that students tend to make in this exercise is lifting their hip. Make sure that your whole bottom is on the floor when you're doing this exercise. This week's new position is our pancake position. An easy version of this is just placing your elbows on the floor in front of you. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, stretch your arms in front and place your belly on the floor. Although this may be more difficult, and sometimes students tend to bend their legs. So if that's the case, try placing one elbow on the floor at a time and gradually work yourself up. Next, we're practicing our tuck position. Remember that your hands have to be on each shin and your toes have to be on the floor. We're now going to try balancing on our bottom by lifting our toes. So try it for 8 counts. Our next new position for this week will be our table position. So swing both arms back and then lift your belly to the ceiling. Now remember, we're making a table with our bodies. So tables don't dip in the middle. So if that's the case, raise your belly to the sky. After your table, you're going to want to roll your back out. So let's return back to our tuck position and repeat 3 times our rock and roll. I think it's time for us to make a routine out of everything we've learned so far. Lastly, we're going to end with our conditioning. Let's do some wall sits. Now, you're going to place your back against the wall, walk your feet out in front, and act as if you're going to sit in a chair. However, you're using all of your muscles not to scrunch down. Make sure that your hips are not above your knees and not below your knees, but right in the middle. Now, if your hands on your knees is a little too simple, let's try putting your hands in front or up.